sports and the sports song we shine. Talking sports all day, having a good time with sports profiting. Our future is bright. Beast and friends, the best sports talk around.
Got a little funny story for you, Rob. Last night I was doing the, big cut days and talking about all the cuts. And so I was doing a random team and I somehow ended up being the Texans. And the opponent was the Dolphins. And then today, Tim Boyle signed with the Dolphins.
Well, that's great news. I think, Tua can't be overly hasn't been prior seasons, especially down the stretch.
Wait, say that one part again. It broke up for a second. Tua hasn't been what?
As reliable as we would like down the stretch.
Yeah, and not only that, we never pray for anyone's injury, but Tua is one big hit away from retiring.
I can't disagree with that.
Sports Profit AI fan-funded challenge update. After Jose Trevino blew the Yankees game against Washington on Tuesday, while the Prophet was in Phase 2, the Prophet restarted the 48-hour challenge. In one swoop, the Prophet predicted the Braves and Chris Sale to beat the Twins at minus 130. The Prophet profited over the required $660. Moving to Phase 2, the Prophet cannot be defeated. The Prophet rules all. Phase 2 update coming soon.
All right, the Buffalo Bills. See who I go up against. Speaking of the Buffalo Bills, the NFL players ranked the 103 NFL players. They ranked the most likely overrated quarterbacks in the NFL. Let's see what you think about this list. Number 1 quarterback most overrated in the NFL, Josh Allen.
I 100% agree with that.
I mean, he got the team to the AFC Championship how many years now? That's pretty good.
I don't know, but I was at that game against the Bengals last year. Man, did he look bad. And that Cincy defense was light, too.
Yeah, if it wasn't for his legs, there's no doubt that, he wouldn't be the QB that everyone sees him as.
And just my 2 cents, from a fantasy perspective, I think he'll be great for the majority of the season. I just don't like playing in Buffalo in December.
Last year he single-handedly just ran the ball for 2 touchdowns a game at the end of the year because it was so cold. But he got monster fantasy points. But in the process, he left out Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis. Those guys were putting up duds.
That's true. So maybe you can draft him, but you can't really go after some of their.
Well, we can't talk too much draft strategy because that's for number 2 most overrated quarterback in the NFL, Jalen Hurts. What do you think?
Well, I'm slightly biased, but I'm looking to draft Jalen Hurts personally.
Take away the tush push. He didn't have that impressive of a season.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But with Saquon and A.J. Brown as supporting cast, I don't know. I'm kind of.
But could someone else take Jalen Hurts' spot and the Eagles would be just as good? If Dak was the quarterback for the Eagles.
But would you also make the argument that the Eagles' offense will be on the field a lot because the defense is pretty solid?
Yeah, you can make that argument. But here's the real question. By the way, I'm going up against the Packers.
Yeah.
So, and this is the 2024 roster, so I still got Stephon Diggs on the team.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm slightly biased.
Yeah, I'm not in love with him. Sometimes he I hit too fast and hiked it and threw it. But sometimes he just doesn't look like a great quarterback. Like, remember I even texted you, he looked so mid after week 1. And then you had your little Gen Z tantrum about it.
Me?
Yeah, you said mid because you drafted Jalen Hurts last year, and I said he looks so mid, and then you got all mad because you're like, what is that, Gen Z mid, blah, blah, blah. But he did have a lot of games where he just didn't put up nice numbers.
For sure.
All right, 4th down and 3. I'm going for it. I'm going to use Josh Allen's legs. It didn't work. All right, next up on the list is Tua.
By the way, like we said about Josh Allen, I don't know, man. If he relies on his legs too much year in and year out, I don't know. But
he's only got a few years left of doing that.
Yeah, no digs. I don't know. I don't feel confident as I would have had he had Diggs there. I know they got a good running game now, but I don't know. I'm not buying the hype.
I know I don't like to say much on the top. This isn't good. I just gave up a touchdown to Aaron Jones.
You play the Vikings?
No, I'm playing the Packers. It's 2024 Madden. You ready to hear this? You ready to hear this dilemma? So Madden stopped upgrading the game for Xbox One, like all the new things like player animations, all the upgrades. Xbox One doesn't get any of them. It's only Xbox S or whatever the new series is. But that came out in 2020, and like a new system's coming out in like 2 years. GTA 6 is coming out in 2 years. I feel like I just gotta wait it out for that new system.
Yeah, I'd probably wait it out.
I don't know. We'll see. One big football Sunday, and that opinion changes very quickly.
Yeah. Well, that's not a decision that I'll be making anytime soon.
Still waiting on the NBA Jam you said you were going to have in your game room.
At some point in the near future.
Something we've been hearing for probably the last 5 years now.
Yeah, that's probably true. Well, things get slowed up a little bit when plans change.
We talked about Tua already, so we can just keep going down the list. Next, overrated quarterback, Justin Herbert. Agree or disagree?
I like him this year personally. And from everything that I've heard during the offseason, he's been really working hard to get back to where he is. I think he has high upside. I like him.
I put him as my bust of the year. I just threw a pick to Devondre Campbell. And the reason why
the AFC West, sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
They got rid of Keenan Allen. They got rid of Mike Williams. They got rid of Austin Eckler. Like, how is he gonna have a better year? New coach, new offensive system,
That's
first
true.
system.
But Eckler, in my opinion, Eckler was kind of falling apart last year and the year before, and so to me, I don't see him.
He was just a good outlet in the quick passing game, though. That's all.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I have a good feeling about Justin Herbert this year, personally.
Okay, so you disagree with the list. I think he's talented, but I don't think he's got the talent or the system around him to do what he needs to do this year.
That's a fair shake.
East End Flex and the spots on we shine. Talking sports all day, having a good time with sports profiting. Our future is bright. Beast and friends, the best.